Hello everyone, welcome to General Orlando 327 plays Tales of Grace's F, episode 27. So first off, let me mention that I have changed my setup for the way that I'm recording video. I got a 4K TV, and my capture card is still like a 30 frame per second card, HD 30 frame per second. So I'm not using my HDTV to record. The other reason I'm doing that is because I was recording using a Mac laptop. And now that I have my new TV, I have moved my old TV into the room with my PC, so that I can just use my PC to record. So that should solve some various problems. Like the fact that I will soon be able to hopefully include webcam in these episodes on all of my series. The other thing that I'm hoping to do with it is now I think I can make it a little bit more reasonable for me to do live streams. So that's on the agenda. And I'll talk about that a little bit more in a second here. The other thing I wanted to address was, if you watched the last two episodes, then you'll know that they both ended with me horribly dying multiple times. As much as I love what that does for my gamer cred, which is, basically nothing useful, that absolutely necessary. That's what I want to do there. Thank you. Ow. As much as I don't like what that does for my gamer cred, it's just something that's going to happen with the...
Huh? But you sure love getting flustered.
With the... I don't remember. Oh, with the fact that I record these live, you're getting the real thing. You're not getting some edited copy of the best of the adventure. So for some people they like that. Some people they don't. And while I tend to get frustrated when it's happening, I know some people, I like to try to keep it as light as possible so that y'all can make fun of me. I don't mind. It doesn't bother me. It more bothers my own incompetence bothers me more than y'all enjoying it. That said, I had forgotten that there's an easy way to beat Hubert here.
Are you troubled by the outcome?
No, we don't need to watch that again. We've seen it a couple of times. All you actually have to do to beat Hubert is guard, and then use Bestial Roar. Guard again, let him attack until he's in the middle of something. Use that again. That's really all that there is to this battle. I could have actually, now that I've got 4 CC after it, I can actually use Dragon Charge to do a ton more damage while he's down. And there we go. Easy peasy. I just forgotten the easy method to do it.
Victory is mine. Now tell me what that fight was about.
I wanted to test you.
And why is that?
Earlier, you remarked on what people had to endure just to get water in these parts.
Yeah?
After what happened to Duplimar, the water in Uniberte is likely threatened.
And you think it's going to run out?
It is definitely possible. And as it is my duty to defend Strata, I felt it necessary to test the limits of your power.
So, what's your verdict? Did I pass your test?
It seems that way. Had you lost to me, I would have ignored the President's orders and fled this desert forever.
Not at all true. Nothing would have
Alas
changed.
and alack, it seems we do have the power to save Strata after all.
Hubert, Look, we'll talk later. Let me get Sharia to treat your wounds.
Thank you.
Is Strata's survival truly the only reason you challenged Asbel?
Do you accuse me of plotting something else?
Your actions may be harsh, but from my perspective, you wanted to give Asbel an opportunity to defeat you. I gather that you defeated him in combat previously. Perhaps you were concerned for your brother's pride?
I have no idea what you're talking about. You strike me as a fascinating and unusual man, Captain Malik. Perhaps you and I will someday have time for a more leisurely discussion.
Hubert, Sharia's on the way, so... Huh? What's going on, Captain?
Nothing.
Alright, so then back to the what we were talking about with the live stream. One nice thing about now being on a Windows machine is that I have a little bit more control over the Elgato software. It's not optimal to be done with it's not optimal to be done on Mac like I had been doing it. So I really? Really?
Well,
Okay, that works.
Possible.
Back-to-back burst skills. I'll take it.
Game on!
So now that I have control over this, I think I can get a little bit more usefulness out of my capture software.
Hold it right there!
Oh, come on! Should have been within range.
I can't believe our baby Hubert got so strong.
Please don't mention my past in front of everyone.
Stay safe, everyone.
Victory is ours!
So what I want to do for
Very well. Let's.
for live streams. It'll be weekend content. And what I'm going to do is I'm in the process of creating a Facebook page. That's probably going to be mostly bare bones once I first put it up, only because I am in no means any kind of expert when it comes to creating pages like this.
Stand before my blade!
Oh, nice. New ability for Sharia. Or new title. Which is good, because we were out of them. So what I want to do is put up a poll on the Facebook page once I finish getting it all set up. And then I will, take whoever wants... I mean, the poll, I'll take advice on. If you have an idea of what you want me to play on the live stream, just put it in the comments. I have a few ideas, namely Fallout 4, one of the recent Lego games. I don't really care which one. Just things that are going to be fun, like stream ideas that are, you know, that we can all just have fun and, you know, not too necessarily plot heavy. Just kind of something we can all kick back and enjoy doing something different, you know. So it wouldn't be games. The other thing, both Fallout 4 and Lego have in common is they're all things that we can just pick up wherever and do something, whether it's quote-unquote plot or just exploration or, you know, unlocking random things. So, you know, it'd be stuff that we could just kick back, relax, let the chat drive a lot of the conversation, and you know, plenty of self-deprecating humor on my part. Because the truth is, when it comes to commentary on these things, I'm sure you guys have already noticed by now, but I'm not at all polished when it comes to this, because I don't really know what to talk about if the game isn't driving it. So I'm hoping that, partially, I'm hoping that in doing live streams, I can get to know my followers a little bit better. The whopping 7 of them that I have when I'm doing this video. Yeah. Anyway, potentially bring in some new people. Who knows? We'll see. Not, you know, that's not my primary goal. My primary goal will be for entertainment value, but because I mean, I think if you're not true to your own talents, then it doesn't make any sense to do it. But I'll put a poll up on Facebook. Pretty soon I'll probably mention where I've got my. It's gonna be Facebook.com, and there's gonna be General Orlando 327 Plays group on Facebook. Or I don't know if it's a group. I think I set it up as like a artist or something.
Nothing.
And I don't even know if that's the right way to do it, but anybody who has experience building Facebook pages like that, just let me know, because I'm, you know, new to this whole thing. I don't know the best way to approach some of this.
Nothing. But it sure is hot today.
Well, we are in a desert.
So I'll put up a poll. If nobody votes in the poll, which is entirely possible given that there's, you know, only a few people that watch this to start with, then I'll probably do Fallout 4. Because it's something that I can easily just jump in and out of at any given time. But if there are recommendations in the comments, if it's something that I have, it's fair game. Any ideas you give me, I'll take a look at, and if it's reasonable for me to like buy something that I don't have, I'm up for that. As long as it's probably not new games. New games I probably can't afford to buy if I don't already have them. But another thing I'm going to be doing as potential weekend content is Monster Hunter World when that comes out next month. Or I guess by the time that this is up, it's going to be this month that it comes out. I'm filming this in mid-December, but it won't be up until beginning of January. So, and Monster Hunter World comes out late January. So, I need to make. What I need is not that. Need to make 2 beef with red wine sauce, because we're going to need that in a second. Be charged to make sure that I'm out of everything. So whatever wins is what I'll do, most likely. or Fall of 4. Like I say, if I don't get votes where I'm where I feel is an appropriate number of votes, which honestly is probably going to just be like if anybody wins, I'll probably do it. Then is there something else in here I need? I get the... I missed a chest. Alright, backtracking briefly. There it is. Knew I missed one. So anyway, I'm excited about this new setup. But if there are any differences in like volumes or anything like that, that's why. Because I'm still trying to make sure that I get everything set back to as close to the way it was as possible.
We've been expecting you, Lieutenant Oswell.
Here are the instructions for getting into Fendel.
At some point, I want to
Army
get
has stationed a
one of
platoon
the
at Warrior's Roost.
nice 4K capture cards, but
One of the spies that we sent to
that costs like
infiltrate Fendel is
$400
with them. When we arrive, we will make contact with the spy and have her lead us into Fendel. Watch yourself at all times. If we're discovered, it will make our mission quite difficult. Now then, let's be off.
Oh, hey. You used to live in Strata, right, Captain? Do you want to visit any old friends before we move on?
Thanks, but even if I did, we don't have time. We must focus our efforts on the pursuit of King Richard.
Pardon me, Asbel, but did I hear you say your former Knight Academy instructor once lived here in Strata?
Yeah, I did. Why? Does it matter?
No, I'll save my inquiries for a more opportune time.
So we're headed to Warrior's Roost, and there's a side quest here that we're gonna start on. If all goes well this episode, we will end right where we can actually start the side quest, and I will do that as weekend content for the upcoming weekend.
Hey, so is traveling with your family totally awesome? Or
Not
Partially so that we can spend a little bit more
Because he knows
time,
all about your childhood secrets or whatever, yeah?
a little bit more time
This isn't a vacation, you
enjoying
know.
the
Fine, whatever. Ignore my
different
questions.
ways we can approach it.
Asbel, got Got any embarrassing stories about your little bro?
Are you even listening to me?
And partially so that we can focus on the
Just how
storyline
were
and
you able
the
to solve the Vulcanist
in the main
problem so
episodes.
easily?
What, that? Oh, I don't know. Just
And
into
partially to give this series a little bit of weekend
You can't
content,
fix
which
a
we haven't
problem
had so
like that
far.
with intuition.
It's okay, Hubert. That's just how Pascal is.
My favorite food is bananas, and my favorite color is yellow. Hey, this is fun! What else do you want to know?
Ugh, never mind.
Okay, but if you ever think of anything, just let me know.
Ridiculous. I've never met a more suspicious character in all my life.
I know she's kind of unusual, but we couldn't have survived this long without her.
I'm not denying what she's done. I'm saying it's dangerous to put blind trust in her. I can see this is lost on you. Very well. I guess I'll just have to keep an eye on things.
Hubert, come on.
Looks like our agent hasn't arrived yet.
Say, you've got one of them new models too, huh? How do you like it?
The output on these babies is incredible. They suck Elith from Acreus like nothing I've ever seen.
Oh, wow, they can do that now? Here, wait, let me see. So the Prius goes here, and the transformer circuit is that little katangy bit there.
Hey, stop bothering us.
That's weird. I wonder who designed that. I better take another look.
What are you doing? Stop that! Do you want to get us all killed?
Don't worry, little bro. I'll keep my distance.
Yeah.
Those guns were unfamiliar to me as well. Is the military up to something?
What is it, Captain?
Oh, nothing.
I don't like it here. Everything seems so aggressive.
Skilled fighters come from across the world to compete at Warrior's Roost. Power is the only law in this place, and battle the only justice.
Conflict should be a means to an end. Why does this place even exist?
Skilled fighters need a place to test their mettle and aspire to new heights. Perhaps this is a world that only they can understand.
Hey, are you folks waiting for a certain Fendullian soldier?
I love that. He just randomly walks up. It's like that line from Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Hey, want to see my spaceship? Just random pickup line. Best pickup line ever.
Our spy's commanding officer has grown suspicious of her actions. She will be unable to meet with us.
So how do we get to Fendel?
It would seem we'll have to find another way.
Sophie, Pascal, are you okay?
What do you think you're doing?
That wench tried to steal our weapons!
I just wanted to look at him. Come on. You can't have her.
What's this? Troublemakers. And who would you be? Perhaps the friends of that little spy? Oh yes. We know all about your plan to infiltrate our ranks.
I will thank you to avoid such filthy accusations, sir. We have come to challenge the champions of Riot Peak. Nothing more.
Is that so? Then you won't mind if we're your first opponents. And while we're at it, perhaps a small wager will make things more interesting. If we win, and we will win, you're going to tell us everything we want to know.
That seems to be a fair challenge. We accept. We're here to fight, after all. And to win.
Bold talk for a little mama's boy. See you on Riot Peak.
Wow, you were all like, kapow!
Was that a wise thing to say, Hubert?
It seems our agent friend has been taken captive. If we want to reach Fendel, We'll have to rescue her first. As such, we'll need to defeat those men and set her free.
Riot Peak, huh?
Alright.
Wow, the names of all the former Riot Peak champions have been carved here. There's a couple of women, too.
Does that sort of thing interest you?
Back at the academy, we used to talk all night about one day challenging the Guardians of Riot Peak.
Well, I'm glad you boys had something to get excited about. Now please don't tell me you miss those days.
No, not really. But it wasn't just boys, you know. Maybe one of every 3 students was a girl. Probably not what you expected, huh?
Wait, hold on. Seriously? And you talked all night?
Yeah. Is that weird?
No, of course not.
Feed the cat. Alright. Can't go that way. Use red wine. And some more seeds to plant when we're back in launch. New. Oh, you know what I forgot to do though? We actually do need to go back for a second. I forgot to get a cutscene. We don't need to watch this. Because once we head to Fendel, we can't get back here easily, I think. And I didn't actually want Northgate. Oh well. It's fine. So I think this is a missable cutscene because some events happen later. That would basically make this irrelevant. And I think if you go on to Fendel without getting this cutscene, you miss it. But I could be wrong. Alright. So that takes care of that. $30 in, guys. Oops, I didn't actually mean to do that. I was just looking. Speaking of which, okay, we're good. That's not what I wanted. You're not the turtles. Oops. Alright, now, back to Warrior's Roost. Skip the unnecessary cutscene. Alright, let's get this. I knew I was going for an X kill, but I couldn't remember which one. Oh wait, I need to get that eagle dive finished, which won't take long, but... takes care of that. What's the next one I was doing? Can't remember for sure. Another chance of stealing. Let's do that one. She has a lot of skills that get the that have a chance of stealing with them. The easiest one to get is Eagle Dive, because she has Eagle Dive right at the beginning of the game. Wherever that went. Because I knew I had it. And then the first rank of her skill for it, or her title for it, is the chance to steal. But then she also gets Elegant Flash gets one. Demolition Drive gets one. So she has a lot of opportunities to steal. Asbel has one on Wolfwind Fang that we have already. Fine with what you're learning. Or there's something else that he gets steal from. Actually, I really should be giving you X Bird. Yeah, we're gonna do that first. His mostly end up doing skills that like will alter the attack on it. Wolfwing Fang gives him chance of stealing. Oh no. Well, that was not a horrible one to do either. There's a chance of recovery on Phantom Pulse, but okay. Alright, well, whatever. That's fine for now.
Pascal, are you into guns and weapons and stuff?
How come?
You seem pretty obsessed with those soldiers' weapons.
I don't give a hoot about the weapons, but the mechanism that
She's a
extracts
tech
Ellis
geek.
from the
Have you
Kree
not figured this out yet?
I had a long time ago. They're clearly made by someone super talented.
Huh. Pascal, you really are some kind of genius.
Hey, what was that? Did little bro need something?
And the spy escapes to snoop another day.
Just gotta make sure to do the usual talk to everybody so you can get those ability or titles off of it. Okay, bought everything. Yeah. Go. Alright, we can take that out because that's not going to do us any good for a while. No. Put that back in. Alright, so here we go. So the first set of these fights, we have to do 5 fights to advance the plot. And then the trial itself becomes open, the arena itself becomes open to us for solo fights. Alright, there are a lot of impact plant and freeze enemies here. So we're gonna set this up for, I already got some of it set up, but we need to set up let's see. It was that one. Yes. And then we're gonna put that one there. And then we're going to swap things out in a little bit to make it a little bit easier. But for now... Really? Was that strictly necessary?
Your sword skills are amazing.
Thanks. I'll use them to protect us all.
Ugh.
I expect...
Third shot. Yep.
the best from everyone. Okay, freeze! Hold it right there! Go and fly!
That should buy us some time at least, right?
One thing I love about the Tales series is the fact that you can swap out everything in battle. Some games even let you swap party members in battle, but you can swap out your equipment and particularly your titles in battle. So like in this case, even though there's like consecutive fights and I don't get back to my menu, I can still swap out to one of these abilities. Yeah, we're gonna do that one. Now, I can't swap out titles on people who aren't in my party, which is unfortunate, but it's not horrible. This is not a fun one. Amorphous Impact, Petrify. Not you. Actually, let's switch that to here. Put Infernal Torrent there. Amorphous. Impact. Petrify. That's what I thought.
Everyone's fine. That's what matters.
And now we get what I think is actually the worst fight of the bunch.
We will
Just because this thing is annoying. Reptile, Dragon, Impact. You know what? I screwed that up, didn't I? I took out my impact ability. That'll work.
Roll down! Break! Burn! Pierce! Roll down! Break! Burn! Okay, get 'em all! Flash! Reach it! Flash! Break! Get 'em all! Mow 'em down! Let's up! Pierce! Break! Get 'em all!
Guess I'm doing that. Doing this in the wrong order.
Get 'em all!
That's what I wanted.
Get 'em all! Burn!
There we go.
It's triplets of terror. You can be such a child. You're both too cool for win quotes?
I'm a triplet?
Of course.
I am not your sister, Asbel.
He just doesn't get it, does he? Alright. Now, this time they're actually going to let us switch out our party members, which we actually do want to do.
So, we meet again.
You've got guts, mama's boy. I'll give you that. Oh, and we brought your little spy friend so she can watch us thrash you. Try not to die too quickly now. That would be such a bore.
Are you finished? If this was a battle of grandstanding...
Time to die!
Alright, first off, let's heal up Huber, because he's practically dead, and I do want him in my party for this. I'm gonna toss an apple gel to Asbel. There we go. Alright, alright, next thing we need to do... Move? Oh. Oh, okay. Not what I wanted. Right. Party. That's what I wanted to do. We're gonna switch out Malik for Pascal. Because Pascal is my anti-machine person. And we want that for this fight. Oh, titles. Yeah. Switch out your title too. We don't need that anymore. Then we're gonna take... What was the other one I was working on? Which one had X? Oh, I got X exact already. Alright, that's fine. That's good. Maybe Double Moon. That's not a horrible one to have for what I want to do with it. Yeah, that'll work. Oh, I forgot to give you the new staff. There we go. Alright. Alright. Then I've got everything set up. Alright, so this guy is human, machine, and strike. Everybody else is human, shot, and impact, which Asbel has in spades. So we're gonna focus on those. And then at the end, Pascal can handle the machine guy. Human, impact, and shot, right? Yeah. Which means what I want is human. I have a better option for shot, don't I? Yeah, that one. Alright, Shockwave Slash goes there. Concussive Bolt goes there. and then we'll double Infernal Torrent it. There we go. That way I have less likelihood of screwing things up.
Prepare yourself! Dance like the damned! Instant balls! Roll down! No escape! Roll down! Here! Roll down!
The feeling left? Nice! Because Asbel does not have Machine. But my friend Pascal has lots of it. One there, one there. And she has, oh, there's another one. She has lots of Impact. Is it Impact or Shot that? Oh, Strike. Okay, Strike and Human. I don't know that she has Human though. But everybody else does. Oh, there's Human. And there's Strike. So, boom. So what we need to do is switch to... There we go. You... Wait, what? No? Thank you. Alright. That's nice. And I really only need basic attack, mission line. There it is. Alright, so I need regular and then left, right. Alright, that works. That'll do. Ow! Was that absolutely necessary? Why am I not... Oh, because it's all... no, it's not. That's right. Should be...
In this name.
Not doing anything with that?
That was passable.
It's been a while since I fought with Pascal. I can't remember how to use her properly.
Impossible! How did you beat me?
We should be on our way. Although, come to think of it, we never did decide on our half of the wager. Well then, as the victor, I demand you release the prisoner. Miss, you are free to go. Perhaps you would care to accompany us.
You can't have her!
Stand down. It is forbidden to draw your weapon after a match has been settled. If you do...
It's too late now.
You!
I've never seen anyone move so fast. Who is that?
That is the Guardian of Riot Peak. All who come here dream of one day facing him in single combat.
Our opponent broke the rules and thus was punished.
And we will, at some point, beat that guy.
We have nothing to fear.
Many thanks. I'm sorry you went to so much
I think
trouble.
we're going to
on
end
my
up beating him
behalf.
with multiple characters.
No apologies are
I can't remember for sure if we
However,
have to do it that way.
Of course.
I may do it,
You're ready,
even if we
Cassie.
don't have to, I may do it as bonus content. Just for the fun of it. Alright, another new title for Hubert. And that's actually the one we're going to switch to because it gives us the cast time down on his healing ability. Which is wonderful. And... Alright. Let's recharge the mixer. Still don't have anything. Oh, I do have something to dualize now. That's interesting. That would be a nice one. I wonder what the trigger is for that. Those are even better. Might be replacing something in my mixer, or yeah, in my mixer with that. Let's see. Let's Krius attack up and physical defense up. That's a huge recovery. Trigger. Battle greater than 10 seconds. I mean, critical rate times 2. What's the other? 40? That'll probably be useful for certain things. What's this one? Whoa, 300. Oh, have to when landing a 50 plus hit combo. It's possible, but I'm typically not that good. Where's the there's Crablets. Battle grid. And see, now this is more like it. If it's gone more than a minute, then it'll trigger the crit rate times 2 and automatic 31% recovery. And it's less Eleth because it's further into the battle. So we're going to go ahead and throw that in our mixer. And then I think we're actually going to switch. We might end up switching out the Book of Maintenance for the one that lets us use two dinners, 2 meals in battle. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. But I think that's going to be about it for this episode. I think there's another skit that we get down here at the save point now. Yeah, right there.
What is it, Asbel?
I was wondering if maybe we could get that guy in black to help with our mission.
Doubtful.
You seem sure.
Some time ago, Strata made covert inquiries into that very idea. But the Guardians are judges who have proven themselves the strongest warriors of Riot Peak. Apparently, they will leave this place only if they are defeated in battle.
Wait, did you say they?
Yes. We heard there are 3 Guardians.
Wow. Really?
It's a conundrum. To earn their help, you must defeat them in combat. But if you had such power, you wouldn't need their help in the first place.
Huh. Then that settles it.
That's not entirely accurate.
Myself one day.
Defeat the judges? I can't imagine how long you would need to train. But in the meantime, I'd be happy to assist with your daily regimen.
The logic there is a little odd. If you can defeat them in combat, then you don't need them? Are you trying to say that you don't need more than one skilled person in combat in situations? I mean, you know, that kind of doesn't make any sense. Especially when you're talking on a nationwide scale. I mean, why wouldn't you want another skilled combat person, if nothing else, that wouldn't be fighting for the other side? Alright, so that's going to do it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please make sure to hit that like button, share it with your friends, and subscribe to the channel, because this weekend I will put up, if you're watching these as they air, this weekend I will put up bonus content, which will be the beginning of the early stages of the battle arena here on Warriors Roost, the Riot Peak Trials. We won't get through the whole thing, we just aren't suitably leveled to do it, but we will probably get through a fair amount of it, probably about, I'm guessing, maybe 20-ish floors. We might get up to 25, possibly. But the goal is going to be floor 20, and then anything beyond that is just going to be sheer profit value, to prove that we can. So we're going to do it. We're going to do the first couple of runs with Sophie, which is why I've been keeping track of what I've got equipped on her more than usual. So we're gonna do a couple of runs with her, and then I'll probably do some of the other characters, partially for my own benefit of learning how they play, in case I feel like switching to them later. Because to be honest, I've mentioned this before. The only two characters I primarily use in this game are Asbel and Malik, because their combat styles are they're not like diametrically opposed, but they're far enough apart that I can get about what I wanted to do with either one or the other of them in every situation. I do use Pascal in one dungeon coming up. It's actually going to be a little bit further than I thought it was. I thought that the dungeon was the one that we did to get to the Valkanus Crius that had the stuff that I use Pascal exclusively for. But that's actually later on. So anyway, thank you all for watching. Everybody have a great day.